Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. So I will start here building a lot of layers, but first we're going to start with the texture of the canvas. So on the Simple Paint kit brush set, I have two bonuses, which is the ink paints we're going to use and the canvas textures. So I'm going to start with two canvas because we want to put one on top to have the texture and one in the bottom to have a look of a paper. And then doesn't matter much because we're gonna cover, but in case you don't want to cover as much, you have that paper on the bottom there. So the ones on top, we are gonna change the canvas that is gonna be on top. We're gonna change the blend mode. And let me see what I use there. I think it's or color burn or linear burn. So you see that I'm gonna tap there. Here I'm just renaming them. Texture. And I'm gonna change to color burn, it seems, and I'm gonna reduce the opacity to 65%. So then you put a layer in the middle to start creating, but first we're gonna go take a picture on Unsplash. Unsplash also has an app for the iPad, so you can get that. I have a collection on Unsplash, so I'm gonna put my portrait collection. Here I'm showing you, and I'm going to do an extensive tutorial on iColorama, but I'm going to change the tone of the picture on iColorama and give a oil paint kind of effect look. So I go to form first and I go on crop. iColorama is a very extensive app. It does so much. So I'm going to show you how that can go together to do your digital art. So I'm going to go to Enhance, and over there I'm going to put Overlay. On that, after you change to what you want, you have to check that mark there, otherwise it's not going to save the effect. And that is important. If you want to build up things on top of effects, you have to check that first. So otherwise you'll have to go back to the history panel there. So now I'm giving the painterly look. You go to Style, Painterly, and I choose Olify. And I'm reducing the opacity a little bit. So I went to do a line with this app because I thought I would use, but I kind of forgot to do the drawings. But I will include the file because if you don't want to draw like I did at the end, you can use the picture that I gave you. You just use a blend mode with it and you're going to see the lines there. And I'm going to show you more details on that kind of thing using the line effect. But here I'm just use the clipping mask and I'm, brushing with black to kind of remove it. Okay. Because this will be so layered, I didn't care to select it really well, but you could use another app. And I'm going to show you here, if you use the Photoshop app, you can just take the picture to Photoshop. That's what I'm doing here. And you can go to the little set there, you see, and then you click Select Subject. And then you remove background, and then that's how you have the picture without the background and everything selected. But I just wanted to do the lazy way. So now we are going to start building the background here using the Simple Paint brush set that you have available. And building many colors that go together here with the layout. And it's always, something that people do in real art journal when they cover with paint. We can do the same thing. Say things that you want people that are thinking about messages to yourself. That's what I'm doing here. And they're gonna be covered or not completely. It's up to you. But just a thing to put a message on your layout. So this was a bonus that came, I think, with my water. Um, I think pink, magic water brush set, but you can use any element you want. Now I'm going to the ink pens, which is a bonus file in the Simple Paint brush set. So it's all about layering, and I'm gonna try some blend modes here, and decided to go with linear burn. And we are gonna see that I'm going to, I just changed the saturation there. You're gonna see that I'm using a lot of blend modes and layering because the blend mode makes things, I like to use blend modes a lot because things don't look as they are at the top of it, because this is not a digital scrapbooking or a digital composite. This is an art journal, and we want to look as we were doing this on paper. At least that's what I want. But this is just, my tutorials are just suggestions and, telling you things you could do with the brush set and how you could accomplish the art journals that you want to do it. So I have some few texture brushes on this set, but if you want more textures and things that you can layer, you can use my mixed media set, which I actually going to use a little bit here to put some collages, because all my Procreate brushes are intended for art journal. They are, they always have some kind of textures that come from my real paintings. So I kind of flat everything with my finger there, so everything is one layer. Now I'm using the smudge brush with my blending brush on this set, and I'm just blending the edges. So again, it looks like it was painted there. It's not perfect. Doesn't have a hard edge. I want things to look as we painted this woman there. Again, more texture brushes. Here I'm gonna actually colorize. So I painted on top of some texture. I'm gonna use overlay mode, and I'm gonna clip it to the woman. It's just to colorize her and give at the same time that texture effect. So here I'm going to use a collage brush from the Mixed Media 3 set, which is not released at the time of this video yet, but you can use enough textures similar from other. I kind of forgot that I didn't release this brush set yet, and that what I use it there, but you can use any other. I think my Mixed Media 1 has a lot of good texture that you can put over there, but I just wanted to give some kind of collage look there, words, things like that. Something that I do a lot in Photoshop as well, as you can see there, I'm blending the edges. Again, not perfect, destroying a little bit of the collage just to give the not perfect look. Adding another ink paint here, again, as part of the bonus, using blend modes to, do the same thing here and blend the edges there. So this is actually the part that I forgot that I made that outline effect on my colorama, and I decided to get my gel pen and just outline her. And if you don't want to do this, again, you can use the outline that I used. You just put on top of her with a blend mode and just erase the edges. But or you can do like me, just do some edge thing. I did it too much, then I kind of didn't like it, and I erased. You're gonna see that I erased a little bit, just to give some highlights and effects. Like a real art journal, sometimes I do go over things with a pen. another ink paint here again to kind of create more layers. The more layers, the better. Well, I give up on that and I use this is the Mixed Media Kit one. Some more stamps, text, layering more things. Um, the simple paint, it's for you to get it started. But if you want to really go and do more layer effects, then you can go to my other one. So here I'm going to get some jelly spots from my jelly kit, which they are great to give you that real kind of painted background look, or very originally background. So you get that there. Again, I'm destroying the edges. I'm getting another jelly spot and having that there. And that was it, I think. Or do I have something more? Oh, I put some canvas textures in some spots. And let's see what else. Oh, and now we're gonna do the word art. I'm getting that from the Bless kit. And that was too big, so I erased some parts because I really wanted that mindfulness word. And I just brushed a little bit the back of it with a little bit of off-white just to, show better that. So that was a total art journal. So a lot of layering, blend modes, and using the brushes. I hope you enjoyed.